Welcome back to Old Man Gaming, and welcome back here to Gold Mining Simulator. It's now leaderboard something or other. I don't remember. They're so high now. Oh, I've had a terrible day, I have to say. All right, leaderboard 42. Had to check, and also had to just mess around with a couple of other things, but oh my goodness, to tell you, the day I've had today has been very disappointing. I was hoping to do a lot of other things. And, well, at least this is working now. Oh yeah, I forgot. We've got some stuff to look for. You're just driving away. I can hear it, so. Oh, careful, buddy. Christmas present. Pop out. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Seriously? This is going to be a wreck. Can you stop touching my... Okay. Thought the button was broken. So anyway, let me tell you what's the problem. Alright, cool. What was the problem? We better turn this off. We're going to go look for a couple others right around here, I think. And I'm sure Rasher Wagon will have his video out all the time. And so you can check that out. I'll probably have it in the link in just a moment. Not a moment, but like at the end of the video. Oh, but today, so I was playing some games and my son was down here and my wife had asked me to come upstairs because she jacked up the colors on her Windows somehow. I don't know why Windows doesn't have, like, if you jack it up like it had, I don't even know what key combinations I've never pressed those combinations in my life. I've been using Windows for like 30 years or something, 40 years. For a very long time anyway. Where did he go? My baby went into my son's room and he's crying. I'm like, he just disappeared so damn fast. And he can open the door now. But anyway, it's partly what he did today. Mostly what he did today. So, I mean, it's also my fault. I see it right there. So, I went upstairs to help my wife. And, okay, I think we're just going to go. I don't know what the place is that we're going to. Which is another reason why I wanted to check it out. Because it could be Diamond Creek, but I don't know. The only problem with that is it's like, well, no, because they do Nighthawk, and Nighthawk's a DLC. And I am doing DLC, I guess, because that's what I loaded into. But I'm going to have time, you know, we're going to have Christmas vacation, so back to my story, because I'm dragging it out, but... So I'd left a bowl of cereal on my desk. It was like almost done, but there was a bit of milk left in it. And he's just learned how to climb up on chairs. So I think you know where we're going with this. Getting distracted here. Anyway, my controller is even messed up. It feels all sticky. But I came in, down, and I'm like, oh no, you know. I'm like, he's probably crawled up there and did something. Oh, it's not this one. Okay. It's probably Pine Valley. Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay. Oh, we don't want to buy it. I mean, maybe we would, but we don't got the money for it. Okay. Pine Valley. That's where we're headed. All right. I was so hoping it would be the Diamond Creek, but okay. All right. So, but like, okay. So my tower is on the floor under my desk. On the side. All right, I hear one, so we're going to get out and check it out. And it's got to be right here under the Christmas tree, of course. Is there any other Christmas presents? Although I wouldn't... The one that they used to have here was the, like, scoop hood that goes on the truck, and it's not good. It's not good. All right, so, you know, the milk is all, not all over, but halfway. Or it's like on the corner first like 4 or 5 keys on my keyboard, which I'm really also angry about because I just bought the doggone thing not like 3 or 4 days ago. Well, I can't miss that one. And for once, they have it here in the store. But okay, let's get what we need. I'm just wondering if I want to pan a little bit. Dude, I'm gonna go for a walk. You can't come with me. We're gonna get the one without the pump because we don't need a pump. And that's all we need. I don't need this. Like in leaderboard, they should just have this go away. We all know what it's about, right? Was it always like that? I think so, yes. Yes, it was. Oh, there are some things we missed, isn't there? I was thinking there's something missing here. We got too much money. There we go. So now, like I said, there wasn't a lot of milk, but it dripped onto the tower just a slight bit. But it was running. You know, I was like, okay, it's fine. You know, like besides it's the front, the part of the you know, on the bezel where there's really nothing that it could get to, or so I thought. So again, my wife has some questions and asks me upstairs, and obviously I cleaned it all up. I was a little angry, but I'm like, oh, the computer's working, so I'm not too bad, and I'm not too angry. So you know, I'm playing a game, chilling, about ready to make a recording because I'm like, okay, I want to get 2 videos out today because there's just like a lot of games have had updates and I want to get through some of them, you know. So I go upstairs. When I come downstairs, now he wasn't asleep, but he was with me this time because, you know, I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna let him mess around on my desk again. I hear it. I think it's just up here, along with this page here. This makes it easier to find him. Shouldn't be too... Oh, yeah, more gold. All right, anyway. So the computer had turned off. I'm like, oh, great. I was hoping this would not happen. I'm like, it wasn't that wet. Like, I was, like, you know, I had things drip on it before. I've spilled water and it's dripped onto the bezel and nothing's happened. So I'm just like, okay, something, you know, like, it's probably nothing big. Where's this one? Isn't it just over? I always should wait. The first day is always like the wrong day to do this because, like, I know pretty much where oh, I think it's over here. Yeah, there it is. So I'm like, okay, so I turn it off and turn it back on, and it doesn't post. You know, it doesn't go through its standard little checks and comes back on. I'm like, oh no. So I spent all day troubleshooting the computer, my desktop. It's the only one I've got now. My old laptop I gave it to my son, and he's actually moved out of the house, so he's not even around. So I'm like, dude, this is not cool. This has to work. Why on today? You know, of all the days, why on today does this have to be like this? I'm like just angry, fuming. How do we get up there? You know, because I'm like, dude, this is wrong. Like, leaderboard is starting to, I cannot have this happen. I've been troubleshooting. And, you know, I asked ChatGPT, like, hey, here's what's happening. You know, because it has a couple lights to indicate what's going on the motherboard. So at first I thought it was the CPU for some reason, but, like, it's rarely the CPU unless you've done something to the CPU. And so it basically comes down to, oh, it's not, you know, it's like, basically it's, you know, because of the sequence, the light would go red, then it would go yellow, and then it would generally break, or like not not continue. And I'm like, okay, this is not cool. So that was telling me there was a problem with the RAM. I'm like, okay, I guess. So I messed with the RAM and it's try to get it in and out. And here, like once or twice, it started up all the way. I don't hear any jingles. I was hoping there would be. Oh, there is one down here. Just no jingles. I got to work a little bit, so it's saying like if it even grows through that, you know, then it's probably a general, or not general. It's probably the. I know we've missed some pages, so I'm kind of not caring. Gas is the gas, you know. But saying that it's then maybe a BIOS update. I'm like, well, this is dumb. I can't even get it up to the BIOS to do the update. I'm like, this is gonna bother me. And like, I've just had surgery on my back, so sitting there trying to fix the PC. It's on the computer. I don't have any other place to do it. It's all plugged in, so I can, you know, do it easily. So I'm just like, oh, this is a pain in the ass. It's hurting my back. Of course, today was the first day. I'm like, I'm going to try to have a day without any pain meds, because I've been taking pain meds like every day since I've had. So it's been over a week. It was last Wednesday I had the surgery. And like, why does it sound like it's right in here? But it's probably in the tent here. What do you know? What do you say? What do you say? What do you know? Here it is. I think I'm going to pan at least a little bit of gold this time. Just have a little extra. So let's get the other. Oh, we go this way. So I've been farting with it forever, you know. I finally got it to where it was up into the CMOS, and I could update it because it was a little behind. I know I updated it about a year ago, and I found, you know, an update to the firmware online that was from last month. So I'm like, well, it's, you know, needs some updates. I'm fine with that. I can do that. I'm kind of a computer tech, as they call them. Techie guy. I know what I'm doing a little bit. The only reason I was using ChatGPT is because, like, it was easier on my phone to use ChatGPT and ask it questions than to try to find the PDF manual for this motherboard and work it that way. So that's what I did. And it actually helped out because it, you know, knew the light sequences. I mean, it would have said that in the manual too. I always look up at the manuals and stuff, but because that's where, you know, when you get motherboard problems, you definitely have to test early. You have to know what the lights indicate when you're trying to use it. So. Well, there's water, at least I think. Why can't we? There we go. Just, what's with this? So I don't think this thing ever actually freezes, which is good. All right, let's get our... Yeah, that's the shovel we want to use today. Yeah, so finally get it to update, and it goes through the update. I'm like, yes, this is going to fix it. I tell you what, felt like it made it worse. I'm like, oh my God, no. I don't have time for this. It's now like 4 o'clock. Well, I did have to take a break in the middle and have a business meeting. Oh, now it's not asking us if we want to keep it. I mean, I guess that's good. We know we want to keep it. Oh, it's full. Doesn't really matter, does it? I kind of like doing it this way, rather than buying all the machinery and looking at. Plus, it's a little faster. I feel like, anyway, but who knows? So yeah, it's like 4 o'clock, and I'm like, dude, I got like 3 hours. This better freaking work, dang it! I'm in trouble here. My son's like, he for Christmas he bought a. Well, I helped him buy. He had most of the money, but part of his Christmas present, he wanted to buy a Steam Deck. He says, "Well, if anything, you could play it on the Steam Deck, I bet." I'm like, probably, but I can't. I don't think I can record. And it may not be the same version as what I play on the laptop on my computer, so it may not actually work quite right. So I'm just fiddling with it, and I finally decide I've tested everything, and there's still something that's broken, and it, like it was kind of worse, like I said, after the update, because then because it used to like go on and go through this like kind of this boot sequence a little bit, and that would stop, but it wouldn't always turn off. It would still stay on. And now it was like it'd go green light, not green, it'd go red light, yellow light, off instantly. I'm like, okay, this isn't how it's supposed to work. It's worse. And so I'm thinking, I'm like, what else could be wrong? All right, so there's a lead that goes from the power button down to the motherboard that, when you press the button, it short circuits its little thing and turns the board on. I'm like, well, I mean, it could be that, because that's actually where the milk was. So I decided, I'll just take that out. I'll short circuit myself using a screwdriver, because if you don't have those little leads, then that's what you got to do. And so that's what I did. And I'm like, all right, fine. This is I'm okay with this. I can live with this. So it comes on. I see the red light. I see the orange light. I'm like, okay, or the orange is kind of amber, I guess. Anyway, and then it goes to the white light, which means it's got to the next step of the phase of this boot sequence. And then it goes off, like the lights go off, and then it goes to green, and the computer boots. Or it is. I don't have anything else in the computer but one stick of RAM and the CPU, because when you're testing these kinds of things, that's what you gotta do. Alright, got my little digging buddy on my lap now. He just came by, so. And all this time I was angry with him, but I didn't. Most of what I did is put him to bed so I can think, my kid, you're going to bed. Lucky for me, it was around his nap time, so he went to bed and gave me some time to go fart with us. But it took a lot longer than his nap. In fact, he's had 2 naps since things are going. But, so I'm sitting there, it's finally getting to a point where, like, if a hard drive was installed, it would have booted. So I'm like, okay, next step. Let's throw a hard drive in and see if it boots. Now, we only have 1 stick of RAM in, too, at the time. So I have 2 sticks. They're each 16 gigs. So, but I'm like, hard drive first, then we'll test the other RAM. That's just how I work. Don't touch my keyboard, buddy. You've done enough fun today. Oh, and it was fun. But yeah, so I throw the hard drive in, short circuit the thing, and it pops right up like you would expect it to. I'm like, oh, thank God, this is like, this, I figured out what was wrong. All right. If you play down here, you must not go to, you can't go to Big Brother's room, because you get your fingers caught in the door, because you, anyway. So I'm like, okay, great. So I take the hard drive out. I'm like, let's check the other stick of RAM. So I test it singly on its own. Everything works. I'm like, great. So I put them back in the way they were, or like how it says you're supposed to, because on a motherboard, there's two sets of, generally, well, it depends on the motherboard. Most of them have 4 slots and 2 slots work together. So they have like color scheme. Mine are black and gray, so it's indicating that the gray ones need to go together. So I loaded up with the gray one, which is a problem because one of the gray ones is basically under the cooling fan of my CPU. So every time that happens, I need to take or loosen it up enough to get it under there. And what a nightmare! I tell you, what a nightmare. But it didn't work. I'm like, what the heck? Well, like, it kind of worked. It came on, but it stayed at a black screen. I'm like, I don't have time for this. I've got one way it works. If I have to play the game with 16 gigs of RAM, that's what we're doing. But I kept fiddling with it for a little while, and I got it to work with both sticks. But they're both, like, in separate... one's in gray, one's in black. It really shouldn't matter. In the end, I said I think they'd work a little better if they're together in the same bus line, which is gray or black, but it doesn't matter. In the end, they work. If I'm losing, you know, a smidgen amount of speed that I probably won't notice in most anything, I don't care. So then I throw the hard drive in, make sure it boots there. And once that's done, I put in the second hard drive, which has all my games on it. I put in the video card that allows me to get 165 frame. What? That's... I never had that much before. They've been really, like, buffing this game up. Sweet. Get all that working, and I'm like, oh, thank goodness. Now it's like 10 after 7. I'm still like filling with stuff. I'm like, I gotta get in here. And then obviously I had to download but that's nothing big. But one other thing that was a problem. So when I'm like, when it was indicating I should upload, or not upload, I should update the BIOS or the firmware. It's like, oh, your motherboard has a special USB port for updating the BIOS, and it has a little button that you press to let the computer know. That way, if it's like kind of in a dead state, which mine kind of was, it would be able to do it. And all you need to do basically is have power to the motherboard. You don't have to have the CPU in. You don't have to have any RAM. It'll do it, you know, on a motherboard with just power. Generally, you want to do it with power, more stuff in there than that, but at the bare minimum. So I probably spent a half hour or to an hour, because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just watch. Like, I don't see them on my on my motherboard to start with, so I'm like, okay, maybe it's hidden somewhere. So I'm like, I'm just gonna I watched one YouTube video to see see if they point it. Oh, it's like here on the motherboard in a place that's like kind of hidden away, because you know it's not like something that you would normally use. But no, it was, for that guy, it was right there on the back where you plug in all your other stuff. It's even labeled, you know, flash USB. I'm like, I don't have that. And then he shows you where the little button is. I'm like, I don't have that button either. I'm like, this is stupid. this is the motherboard I have. This is what you're saying, but these buttons and USB port aren't there. So, you know, for that I was panicking a little bit. But I think what happens is, you know, I am in Europe, so there might be, this is probably the European version that may not have that. And so since it doesn't have it, I know it had this easy flash system because the last flashing update I did, or the last BIOS update I did, happened to add that to the system. So I'm like, well, I have this some sort of flashing thing, software that's supposed to make it easy. So that spent some time too. If I hadn't spent that time, I think it would have been a little bit, I would have had this up going maybe another hour earlier, but enough said. I'm playing the game, I'm making the recording, everything's back up. Now it's not completely all put together. I actually have 4 hard drives, only 2 are in. And the video card has a screw that holds it up. It's not in there yet, so it's, you know, it's supporting itself kind of, which isn't always the best, but okay, well, actually we need to fill this. Do we want to, let's put one more scoop in. We're getting 100%. We're gonna 100% this. Oh, we got a good nugget too. Nice. We're a quarter of the way there. I need to fill this up again. So in the end, it must have been the milk that spilt onto the power button that made this whole fiasco happen for me today. I was like, oh, dude. I'm like, if this motherboard has a problem, I ordered it online, so it's from, you know, someplace that I'd have to mail it back to do it, or like they would email me something, not email, they would mail me like some tracking papers in a box, and I would send it to them, and they would do the RMA. And it's just, I'm like, man, I just don't have, like, it's Christmas, damn it, I'm about to be on vacation. I don't have time for this. It has to be fixed today. And it was fixed today. Because I am really good at troubleshooting computers. This kind of spent my teenage years doing that. From networking to motherboards to everything. Hard drives. So yeah, when I say I'm a computer whiz, I'm very much a computer whiz. Spent most of my life doing it, so. I was thinking to hold the bucket till the end, but I'm just gonna. I didn't watch to see how much we're getting. I'm not too worried. We follow a pretty like standard format here. So we might get 6.5. Hey, no, buddy, no. He's trying to get up the little gate I've got. He's learned to climb over that too, so I had to add a second kind of level to it. Because it's just some stuff stacked at the bottom of the stairs that he can't get over. Goodness golly. So it's been a trying day for me, but I'm happy I'm here recording, and I'm off on the first day, the first hour. And my laptop. I keep calling it a laptop. It's not a laptop. It is a desktop. There is a huge case. I think also I don't mind like they've changed how you do this, even just a slight bit, just a little better than it used to be. So. And it's kind of like, I think they made it so you have to do this. 'Cause I've been trying it this way and it didn't work so well. You have to shake it and get it all dirty. I didn't actually check to see how much you had, so I mean, we can check on the board because it'll record this once we're done. I think we still got one more little pan to go. Hey, buddy, stop trying to climb up there. Stay down here with Daddy. Play video games and stuff. There's nothing up there for you. Come on, the grass isn't greener on the other side. Oh, he's climbed himself out of the room. Oh, my daughters are upstairs. He should be fine. Plus, this might put us number 1 on the leaderboard, and we can quit because we won. And just the way it finds it's better. That's also the thing. It used to kind of like it just didn't work well to find them. 2.8. So let's see. Where are we on the leaderboard? We are number 3. We can almost quit now. That looks oddly suspicious. We all have 100 or 1.2 ounces. Or 0.2, but you know. I want to see. It wouldn't let me see this. Okay, 17th. We really did not so great there. How about 11th? By 100K. See, I wouldn't have been able to do that. We were leaving on vacation and it just wasn't something I could do. I wanted to. Like if I wasn't leaving on vacation, I would have been just fine because I had the days available. Also, I'm a pretty grumpy guy when my computer doesn't work. I'm always like, what did I do to deserve this grumpiness today? I said nothing, but my computer's broken and I'm very unhappy about it. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah. It's the one thing that will bring me a lot of, just complete utter irritation. If it's broken. Because it just normally it's there under my table and it doesn't move, it doesn't get touched, it just does its job, and when it stops doing its job for some dumb reason, it's irritating. So we haven't got any new gold yet, so it'd be 1.8 is where we're at with the gold. Or actually what I should say is we'll need about 7, once it gets to about 7 ounces is when it would stop. We wouldn't get any more gold out of here, so with nuggets. So then we'll be moving on. What a day, what a day. I mean, I'm telling you. I think my pain meds will kick in here shortly and I'll start feeling better, but oh my goodness, my back was hurting so bad. And if you don't know what I'm getting or had a surgery for, I'm testing out to see if it works. Something called a... let me think about it. They have an acronym and I can't think of what it's called. It's just in my mind. It's sacrum neuro some so SNM device. Sacral neuromodulator. So basically, it's a little device, or basically right now it's a lead, so a little wire that has been placed into my back with some like little things at the end that will be used to stimulate some parts of my nerves that have stopped working. So this cable comes out my back and into a little device that's I have on a little pouch, and so we're testing it for 2 weeks, and if we can see some improvement with how I go to the bathroom, then I will be scheduled for, well, I'm already scheduled for the surgery. So one thing will happen. I'll either have the surgery and have this, like, everything removed, or I will have the surgery and some scheduled for another surgery. I'll actually have the little unit actually embedded into my back. Basically, it's something similar to a pacemaker, but for my bladder, basically. So it's going to, like I said, stimulate the nerves that help the bladder to do things like, for instance, I have no idea, like, I don't ever feel like I have to go pee all day long. Never. I can sit all day and never go because I don't feel like it. But, you know, when I was getting tested, trying to figure out what this was, you know, the docs were all like, you know, we'd go and they'd be like, you said you went to the bathroom and you've come in here and you still have like a liter of fluid in your bladder. That's not good. It's not good at all. That creates damage. I'm like, oh, okay, well, this is how it's been for several years, actually. It's steadily gotten worse to the point where, like, what really got me going in there is to the doctor was not that it was like all day and I didn't go pee, but the fact that also it took quite some time to go pee. So I'm like, well, I better go have this checked, because this often is a sign of some other things, which I really didn't want to have a problem with. So I'm glad I don't have a problem with those. Everything on that section is very healthy, actually. But this problem I have has most likely been contributed by another issue I have that's been a lifetime problem. I was born with it. It's a condition that I've had, which deals kind of with the same area, but I won't go into detail. Just in the end, I would have to take longer to go pee, and again, not all of it came out. So this, after 50 years, has created some problems, if you can't tell. And so that's why I've been going to the doctors over and over the last, well, it was like about 4 or 5 months in a row that I was going to the doctors and doing different things. And then I waited about 7 months, because here in Finland, for most, like, not so life-threatening kinds of surgeries, you get put in a wait line. Generally it's 6 months, but because mine was urgent, considering if it stayed the way it was, it could create more damage to the bladder, and then because I'm retaining so much fluid, could affect my kidneys and my liver. So I was put on a priority list that was only 3 months long, supposedly. It's partly Finnish law. Finnish law for medical, for hospitals and medical treatment, they have to give you a time frame for when you'll get the treatment, but the law doesn't indicate that they have to keep that timeline. They just have to give you one. So they're like, we'll put you on the express 3-month list, and it ended up being 7 months that I waited. And so I went in for surgery. That's the first one. And that one they actually put me under, which I think I have a problem with being put to sleep, because I have sleeping disorders. And the only other time I remember going for under anesthesia was when I was actually got surgery for helping to fix the sleeping disorders. And it did work. I can breathe now through my nose. And I pretty much don't have any more problems. In fact, I don't think I have any more problems with sleep apnea. It's just the narcolepsy I still have issues with. But they're manageable. Most of the time now, it's like I'll just, if I'm working, I doze off from time to time. I do find myself, I'll get real tired at some points and completely doze. But the one actual benefit is when I go to bed, like seriously, like 5 seconds and I'm asleep. That's like literally because of that's how the thing works. Most people, it takes them anywhere from 1 to 5 minutes to fall asleep. And people with narcolepsy, it's pretty instant. When I did the testing for it, my average time was 30 seconds. Well, actually it wasn't 30, it was much lower. But most of the time when they were recording the naps, or like how fast I would go to sleep, it was basically about between 5 and 10 seconds to fall asleep. It was a terrible testing though, because basically they're like, okay, sleep all night. Well, not all night. I got like 6 hours of sleep. And they're like, okay, you gotta take 6 naps today. I'm like, 6 naps? I don't take 6 naps a day, but okay, whatever. It was terrible, I have to tell you. Because they're like, yeah, we're gonna have you take a nap, and it's gonna be, it's very short naps, 5 or 10 minutes long is all. I'm like, aggravating. But yeah, for the first surgery, they were going to do is that enough? That was enough water. Okay. Basically some reconstruction surgery to help the flow, because that's the problem or condition I have. I've had all my life. The flow has been very, very minimal, or very, very little. So it just takes longer, but they're like, that's the condition. So it was normal, technically. And then I got snipped, so no more kids for us, which is good. We've had enough. We have 7, so we're plenty good. I've done my part in helping to repopulate the world. And so we go in there, or I go in there, and they do the first surgery, the snip, and then they're looking to do some like corrective surgery to help the flow. And they're like, well, it actually doesn't need to be done, because basically all the testing that I've done generally requires using a catheter to get to empty the bladder. And at first I couldn't even use a catheter, so they had to do some things to make it so I could. And in doing those things, it's made it so the flow has already been much better. So the doctor was like, yeah, we're not going to do this corrective surgery because it's better that we don't, because why ruin something if it's, any kind of corrective surgery can, end up making things worse rather than better. Oh yeah, let me see, we can pick up all of it, can't we? And it just does it by itself. I forget all about this. As you can see, it's still something new. So I forget we can do that. All right, so I'm just going to keep digging. We've still got about 3. Well, that was not much. All right. So they didn't do the corrective surgery. I'm actually glad they did not. Like I said, sometimes you get any type of surgery can have effects that you're not wanting. And so this was a good outcome, per se, because it still didn't fix the problem. But now they're like, okay, so you need to come in. We need to do another type of more testing. And then with the outcome of this test, they're like, okay, finally, we've seen what's wrong. And what you currently are facing is the fact that you have what's called an underactive bladder. A lot of the nerves are damaged and they don't work. I'm like, okay, great. It's not what I want to hear, but I mean, it is what it is, right? That's my life. So after the surgery, I'm talking with the doctor and he's like, well, here's the thing. We have this little device that can stimulate the nerves, and in many of the patients, it actually leads to a much better result and fixes the problem for the most part. And he's like, so how do you feel about this? Do you want to give it a try? I'm like, sure. Now, with what I said earlier about the wait times, he's like, well, okay, I'll speak with my colleagues and I'll see if you would be a good match for this type of surgery. I'm like, okay. So I'm expecting to hear back from the doctor to let me know if I'm a good match or not. And instead, what I get is a call from the surgical nurse informing me, you are been scheduled for this type of surgery. Here's all that's going to, happen through the surgery. And it'll be on this day. I'm like, wow, I wasn't expecting it to be that fast. So that's this last Wednesday's surgery. And for this surgery, I have to actually be awake. So they just numbed up my back, my lower back, and were poking me with needles for like an hour. Wasn't so much fun. Partly because I'm not a stomach sleeper. I hardly ever lay on my tummy, so it was like just not fun for me to just lay on my tummy. I mean, the pain meds they gave and the whatever it is for the back was fine. I mean, there was pain, but it most of the time was just this weird pressure when they pushed the needle in. But yeah, it took I think an hour and a half, and they're like, well, we had a bit of a problem. I'm like, great. Tell me more, because it sounds like that's what my problem, this is what I need to hear. They're like, I mean, we got it working, and because I'm awake. Now, they didn't tell me this during the operation. It was after the operation. They're like, well, so the bone that they're going through, where the nerves go through, is called the sacrum, I believe. And he's like, well, so we take an X-ray, and in there's two places the nerves go through, like L4 and L3. And so they're like, we generally look for one of these two areas. We put the needle in, and then we get the little lead in the right spot. But your sacrum was really small, and we couldn't find these like landmark areas. He said, we're almost thinking to cancel the surgery and have you come back when we could get an MRI so we'd have a much better like viewable thing to get some ideas of right place to go, because we're messing with nerves and we don't want to screw things up. So, but he's like, but we worked our way through it, found where it had to go, and they had to try both sides. So I got punctured on both sides, and so it's quite painful. They said, on the left side, you gave us, like, we feel like we found the right area, and you were giving us the right indications of where the pressure and things should be, so we made it work. I'm like, well, thank God. And so again, they're like, okay, so each week you have to come back to the doctor. So I went this last Wednesday. They want to find out if how my wounds are doing. They want to make sure that this little device is working properly and if I'm adjusting it properly. And then also they want to find out if I feel like there's been any changes. But they're like, really, it'll probably take about 3 to 4 weeks to feel the maximum change here. I'm like, okay. So, and all this time, so a week before the surgery and all this time after, I have to pee in a cup and measure it to make sure we're getting the right volumes to come out, or what are the volumes coming out. So it's an ordeal. It's not so much fun. But I put in all my readings to ChatGPT, also asking about just the general thing for this. Obviously something new, and I've never heard of it either, and I just needed to get a 3.5. All right, babies, come back down. Oh yeah, we're there. All right, so I got one more, well, actually 2 more. Week 2, I'll go in, and so just before Christmas, I go in, we'll discuss the findings, and at that time, the doc's like, okay, at this point, we'll actually cut the cable. It'll still be in me, but they're not gonna, they're just cutting the part of the cable that's hanging out of me, because currently, like I said, I have a cable hanging out my back and it's attached to a device, and it's a lot of fun. At least the other wound on the other side, since they had to poke both sides, it's doing well. Actually, they both are. But, oh yeah, the appointments. So, the nurse, right after the surgery, I'm still sitting there recovering. So, okay, I set you up for 2 appointments. Gotta come back and see us. Oh, okay, cool. And then, 2 days ago, I get a message from them saying, hey, you've been scheduled for a 3rd one. And so at my my first appointment, we talked about some things, and the nurse was like, okay, so we'll have one more appointment after the last one, or after your second one, that's when we'll actually make the decision. So, and that ended up being about 3 weeks after. So I'm like, okay, great. That's very cool. There we go. And then today, I get another text that says, hey, you're scheduled for another surgery. I mean, obviously, I'd have to have the surgery to get it out. And I get, they probably want to do it pretty fast so it doesn't create a problem for me. So that's basically 4 weeks after that. I'll be back in for surgery. So that's 3 weeks from basically this week. I think I'm pretty sure that we're going to decide that this is working, because I did. I was saying that, I remember now that I put all the logs that I put, that I've taken, the before and afters, into ChatGPT to see what it would say. Not that it's a doctor, but it can give you some good advice anyway. And so it's stating, and it also indicates, the doctors are going to look for like a decrease in the amount that comes out, and then a few other things. And with all of the logs that I put in, it's saying that the device is actually doing its job. It's starting to work, and I think we're going to be okay. So I think that the next surgery I have will be the surgery to actually put the actual device into my back. And then I will be someone that beeps a lot at the airport. And any I always worry about going those metal detectors and stuff, but it is what it is. But so for today, sitting on the floor, trying to fix my computer, bending over, has been really rough and it's not a good thing to do with this, but I had to get done because I got to play leaderboard, people. I did it for you, man. I did it for you. No. Also did it for myself. I really enjoy using my computer. Also, I work for my computer, so it kind of has to work. I mean, what I do with Deal Sign is different. They have a laptop they've given me. It is a Mac, which I'm not a Mac fan. I'd rather use Linux over Mac if I have to. But I use it. Mostly he wanted us to use the Mac, or wanted me to use the Mac, because he's written a script that will, and there's this terminal that'll open several windows in one window, so you can kind of see all that's happening when we run our local environment. But I'm like, I could have 2 or 3 windows open. I don't really care. but anyway. But for all the other work I do, which is for our own business we have, I do that all here on my computer. In fact, today I was supposed to be making a report, one of our clients, but I wasn't able to because, computer's broken. So I got to do that tomorrow instead of playing leaderboard, which kind of disappoints me. Now, the report I could have done on my small laptop that I have, that I also have for the office. It's also a Windows machine. I'm looking for at least 1 or 2 more things. So I'm not gonna pan anymore. We got 2 sets of panning still to do. So we'll have something like 3 more ounces. So we'll go up with 9 ounces. That'll be good. 6.65. We should probably find at least 2 more nugget things. So we just got to keep digging. Okay, 4. There we go. Yeah, I think we're gonna find 1 more nugget, and then there won't be any more to find. And then, do I want to? I mean, I can. I might as well. It's here. And if I'm fast enough, it'll put me to number 1. And I can quit for the season. Day 1, I'm done, people. I win. So, and even, after that surgery, I'll have to keep going into the doctors for probably first month I'll go every week, and then by the second month they'll be maybe once a month. And then I have to probably go about twice a year once it's like everything looks really good. So, but if it helps, which I'm sure it's going to help, I'm just going to say it right there, it's going to help, then it's all worth it. I mean, it's better than the alternative. We'll go, because we're at, I mean, we might just be at the 6. I mean, if you really want to know, you could. If we go 100% on that again, that's generally when you know, okay, there's no more gold, but I might be at the limit already. I'm hoping for 1 more, so like something about 0.3 or something. But if we think about it, 6 ounces, we got 1.02. So now we'd be at 6.04. And I'm almost thinking there's no more gold here. Or should I say, no more nuggets here. Go a few more, and then I'm just going to call it good. We got to get on to the next part of our mission. It's already pretty late today. Maybe like 4 or 5 more, and we'll just go. I'm feeling like we got to our limit. I must be bad at counting. I'm really giving it a chance to give me another nugget. All right, I think we're good. Let's pan this one. Oh, we got 2 to pan. Okay. I mean, if we want to. Do we want to? Well, why not? It gives us like 9 ounces almost. I also noticed my mouse. It's a cable mouse, and it is starting to get a short in the cable. Oh, good thing Santa's coming around. I'll just ask for a mouse, a gaming mouse for Christmas. Probably not. I don't. Not sure what I'm gonna get, but let's see if it works like this. We just keep it. Okay, it is doing it. Seems a bit slower than just getting cleaner water and then going. Okay, it is ready. Let's not dump it all into the water though. We want the gold. It's going about it just a little different than I normally do, which is basically I don't pan normally. But I thought, why not? Let's do it this time. Get a couple more ounces that can give us what we need. It might be just what we need to get like the gas trailer, and this is a good claim to like start out on. Actually, I really like it. My mouse is like feeling like it's sticking to the mouse pad. I was like, can't get quite this precision kind of. It's part of the reason I don't do this is this exact reason. It just feels like it takes forever to do. I think someone's messaging. But I'll check it in a little bit. Yeah, I need to do still like a video for The Last Caretaker. It just got a big old update. So there's water there, so we'll just. Oh, come on. Defying the laws of physics. Let's see how much we got out of this one, though. Where's it at? Oh, yeah, this is old. That's why. $19. Zimgaha, stop! You're killing us all. Not really, but. Hey, buddy, I can't have you getting into there. It's a no-no for me, bro. Try to get into all the candies I've got. All right. Let's aim right here. Yeah, that one's a really great game. I like it a lot, and you guys have been loving it, so well, good. Check that out. And all the other videos, I mean, there's some that I was thinking Flotsam would have been pretty good, but that one kind of flopped. So remember, if you like a video, certainly put a like on it, because that'll tell me you want to see more. So the ones that have like no likes, they're just going to be played offline or something, or not played at all. Doesn't bug me too much. I don't really care one way or the other. I do like, I want to see some series that do well. Like if you really have a great, or like there's a series you really like, let me know in the comments here. We'll kind of keep those up while we're doing this. I will need to have kind of a break. So I will do other content as well throughout the leaderboard. In fact, some of my time for last leaderboard actually went to creating content so I could go on vacation. So in the end, you know, I could have actually done a lot more, but I had to make content for when I was leaving. And that's just how it goes sometimes. And then I thought I had made enough, and I had like 3 days that it wasn't covered, but it worked out in the end. I was jet lagged and didn't make anything anyway. Hey, don't get under there like that, please, okay? Don't do that. Hey, like, my cables are a little different now than they used to be. It was like getting under the one that I've got for my earphones. And yeah, I just didn't want them there. No, don't. I don't need my controller here in just a moment, so don't touch it. Okay, that seems like that's ready. We got 2 more to go, I think. Oh, this is a longer part that I don't like so much, so when we get a chance, we're getting a freaking wavetable. Oh, yeah, that's it. Yay. Oh, Christmas is coming. We're not ready yet. Santa hasn't, you know, worked enough in the warehouse to get all the presents that we need. But he's working on it. You okay over there, buddy? You did get 1 piece of candy, but I mean, I'm not a mean dad. I don't let him get, I'll let him have something. Let's get back to town. I know there's stories to pick up as well, but ooh, wait a minute. How did we miss this one? That was really loud. Not this way. It must be on this side here. Oh, she's right there. Totally missed it. Permanent store discount. Hey, that's good because we're going to the store right now. Or we will be. Well, it's not that store though. We're going to the vehicle place to get some, to go get the drill. But we're gonna go get some gas, so I should have picked up the pages. I didn't. It's all good. Again, not gonna worry about that too much right now. Whoa. Same with the boxes as usual. I'll pick them all up. Haven't picked up all the pages ever, but we'll pick up as many as we can. God, maybe I should have gone the other way. I don't know. I think both ways are just as long. I wonder if there's one over there. Didn't hear any jingle ringles, yeah. Ooh, let's not crash over there. That might mess up our truck, and then we walk for miles on end. Wait. This is the bridge. Glad to be back and playing. I mean, we did a few things in the off season, mostly. I didn't play our hard mode. Not been so hard anymore. I guess this was the better way to go because we gotta go to the blacksmith and smelt the gold. I think I'll pick the ones up here right now. Where's it on the other side? I thought it was on this side, but maybe it's, yeah, there it is. Ah. We'll just run up here quick and get them. So I guess we could have picked them all up going there. I could have gone back the other way, found a few more. I mean, that would have been the smart thing to do, but being a little bit lazy is all. Wham! It's on the other side of it. Okay, it's either behind it or it's on top. You can get on top of this. Oh, it's right there, actually. I see it. Okay. I'm like, how did they get it over here? 10% gold at night. Well, it's still not going to happen yet because we are not there yet, but we will go as much as we can. And we'll pick up stories while we wait. That should be it for now. Can actually, it's kind of funny, you gotta jump over this, it's on the ground. Alright, well there's midnight. That sucks. 1.12 ounces of gold just got taken from us. Dead. He's not done yet. How many have we found? 10. Really? Okay, I'm like, hardly thought it was that many, but I felt like we found like 5. Really? But, hey. What? No. I don't know what's going on. I can't move. Let me try with the... Okay, well, it moves with this. The keyboard is jacked all of a sudden. All right. Oh, it was done. But I can't... Okay, now it works. What? I don't know what was going on. I'm going to save the game just to be on the safe side. Oh, I'm like, where do we park the truck? We'll leave it here because we got to run down to the bank and get a little money from the bank, and then we'll process the rest of it. Just looking up at the sky, you know, it's pretty cool. There's maybe one down there somewhere. Merry Christmas, yay. I'm like, they should have snow on the ground. That would be so cool. There was. So I'm glad it's gone now, actually. I like that. I like that a lot. Now we should be... Should we be able to get it all? But now it's all mine, so that's cool. You know, we've paid our dues. Ah. Ouchie, ouchie. Hey, ow, ow, ow. Now we'll take the truck over. Yes, we're gonna park it right there by the... Alright, cool. 7K. Yes, I want to sell them all. Let's go rent the drill to start with, and then we'll see what's left. We have enough to get the... Get the rest of the things we need. That's okay, I understand. $3,000. I think that won't be enough to get the fuel trailer, because I believe it's just right around... No, it might be 2,800 or something. Let's go see. I always forget. Here. 37. That's what I was talking about. Alright, let's go to the gas station, get some gas. Maybe we'll have a little quick look around the town here for some Christmas fun. Should have one up by the church. Not that it would be a place, like it's not a really good hiding place, but you know. Sounds like there's one here at the gas station. That's easy pickup. Oh, it's like right there. Can't miss it. I mean, maybe you could. Ooh, I move faster now, yes. Well. Yeah, I thought I turned you off. I hate going down this road because it always seems to break my truck. I'm not hearing no Christmas around. Ooh, 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 there is. There's a that. Well, it's here somewhere, but how do we get to it? Back here. Oh yeah. So I doubt we'll see any more over here. I mean, that's close to the church. These ones are easier to find because you actually hear the jingle bells. Just wondering if there's one in the playground over here. But I'd have to say no because I think we'd hear the jingle already. So go down this first street here. Alright, so we're pretty loud upstairs. Okay, so there it is. Permanent 10%. Okay, cool. Sometimes I have one up here. I mean, we're almost all the way there already. This leads up to the radio station. There's some pages to be found. I'm gonna guess there's probably a box to be found as well, a present. It's just a guess though, may not be. Don't see anything yet, but there's a story page right here. Oh, no jingles. I think we'll just go to the truck now. So we'll go down this side. We'll check on the... Check at the edge of the road, or like end of the road. Then we'll go down and check out the sawmill down around Nighthawk. And then we'll just have like the lower part of the map to go searching. By then we'll be like 17 or 18 probably. Nothing. Oh, disappointing. Well, we checked. Nothing here. I'm sure there'll be at least one towards the, or at the sawmill. I was going to say at the warehouse, but it's not a warehouse. It's a sawmill. But, right there's one. Okay, less fuel. Very nice. Well, that's good because I'm driving around using it, so 7% less will be good. Oh, I think I've gone the wrong way because you have to go all the way down here to get in. Oh, okay. Let's see. Sometimes there's one over here. Oh, this one's not ringing. But it's here. Lots of gold at night. That's how it always is. Lots of gold at night. See, there's one over here by the outhouse. There's not. There's... Well, that's a bit of a bummer. Did I get all the pages? I think we're missing a page. But let's have a look-see. Yeah, there's a page over here. I thought so. I was like, I remember there being one more page somewhere. Don't see any presents anywhere. Alright, let's get back. Oh my god, are you kidding me? There's one right there. Totally missed it. Just goes to show. You can be right at your feet. You miss it. So we are going this way. And then the sounds, as you saw, don't always work. That leaves a bit of mystery. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be one in this area somewhere. Like there almost always is. Just keep driving. And so I'll pick up all the pages I passed. We didn't look around the claim, but there are like 3, or generally there's 3 at the claim, so that'll be a few to pick up. And then we'll just have all the really hard ones. Well, we haven't gone down to the bottom part of the map yet, so. But there's always one or two that's really difficult to find. So let's do a quick drive around them. So I think we did pick one up, right? We did, like, okay, there's one up there. I think that's two. Then we found on the claim. There's our drill. It's like, oh, we should have picked up some gas for it in jerry cans. But what's the point? We could drill in the first, like, 2 nuggets we get will probably be decent enough to get what we need now. So I just want to go right. Sometimes there's one right there. Well, that's not exactly what I wanted. Not often, but you might find some in there. Generally, they actually have them hiding over here. I think there was going to be something. It might be back. Where's this page? I always forget where this one's at. There it is. I already got one from here. That's only 2, I think. Or was it? No, that's 3, because we found one over here. See, I'd say that we've got all 3 of them from the claim. That's all we're going to find. So let's turn this off. See how many we actually have. 18. Well, there you go. All right, well, now it's time to start drilling. This is the favorite part of the game. Always in leaderboard. Everyone loves this part. We race to it. We spend hours doing it. It's the favorite part of the game. Oh yeah, this is what I want. Why are you going so slow, bro? Move it. I'm gonna just head down this one first. Well, I'll do a bit. We'll keep. I mean, I'm done chatting. You've heard everything I think I've got to say today. I had to tell someone about my broken computer. Oh my goodness, what a mess. But I'm happy it's working again. I was really like, man, this sucks if it's not gonna work. Because I bought it from an online store. So I think I went over that. If I had to arm it would have to, like, it would take weeks probably. And I'd have to figure out what I want to do for, or how I would do content for my channel if I didn't have this computer. Doesn't feel like Christmas here yet. We barely got our tree up. We don't have a lot of lights up. There's no snow on the ground. We live in Finland. There's supposed to be snow everywhere. There's no snow. We've barely had anything that would look like a snowstorm. Like the other night, it was snowing a little bit, but nothing, nothing to write home about. And it didn't stay on the ground either. So, I think I can deal with these size nuggets. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing bigger ones. Definitely don't want to see smaller ones, though. And I don't know yet how much I'm going to drill, but we'll find it. We'll figure it out. I didn't even look at the leaderboard, did I? I just kind of looked at the... So we are at 2.7. People are passing us up fast, but these are all guys, they're doing tier 2. They have to be. So I'm not too worried about it. One cleanup, even with a tier 3, will beat them. Hands down. Ouch. Almost feels like my tailbone is like broken. Nice. Let's just keep this up. See, now we got enough for that fuel trailer. But you know the real deal. We want to get enough to either buy tier 2. Not tier 2, tier 3. We almost have enough to buy tier 2. But the dirt here isn't like... If you just kept doing tier 2, you'd run out of dirt before you got enough money to kind of move on, I think. So we're definitely not going down that route. And I gotta close this up soon and get it uploaded so there's time for it to upload and process. YouTube's been a bit slow these days processing the videos, so gonna have to move my butt. So we look at the map. I don't think there's going to be much there yet. Oh, there's a hit. Pretty decent too. But this is what I'll be doing for the next couple hours. Might rent what most of us do, 3.5. So tier 3 with D-Rocker. Because that's pretty cheap to do. Finally kind of relaxed. Been a very stressful day. But I got leaderboard started. We're doing good. Oh, that was a nice nugget. Computer's back to working. Been some pain meds, so I'll start feeling quite well in a little bit. And I have a video that's about to go to YouTube, so I'm happy. I think we'll just finish this row. So we're only missing 4 boxes. I'm sure most of them are, most all of them are down in that lower, the lower part of the map. Might be one over at the magnetite place. So, yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, that's kind of out of the way, but could have went there to check it out. Picked up a bunch of pages as well. Come on, big money. So we need, what, like 15, 16K for the water pump. Then about 25, 27K for the actual, like, mats and grates. And then about 22K for shipping. So it's like 70K. So we had like 90K, you could get tier 3 and all the stuff and start digging in about an hour. If you want 3.5, you have to get probably another 40K, because I think it's like 30 or 40K a day to rent the rocker. Might be like 32 or 35, something like that, I believe. It's like 150. If you get 200K, or like 200 ounces of gold, and go with that, should be running just fine. Hey, Pupsy, what's up? You come down the stairs all by yourself? Yeah. All right, well, here we are at the end of the row. And so let's check the map one last time. Oh, yeah, look at that. Beautiful. 900. Oh, that's going to be a good square. Big. The rest of it's kind of underwater. All right, but we'll check that out. So, all right, well, I'm going to keep drilling. But I'm going to have to get this video up, so I will end it here. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. If you're brand new, please subscribe. If you want to see more of this, which I know you do, put a like on this video. And then if you want to help and support me, you can do so by becoming part of the OMG gang. Otherwise, thank you for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.